Warning, our show is rated R for strong language, drug and sex references, strong language, adult discussions, strong language, and general immaturity. You have been warned. You got 3 seconds. All right, it's on you. Despite my best efforts, it still showed us right before the goddamn. That's all right. We're doing good. So that's all I give a shit. I gotta mirror my shit because that's fucking me up. Hang on just a second. Hello, everybody. There. All right. Welcome to Off the Rail with Coltrane and crew. I am Coltrane. That is Shelly.
Hello, and you're pointing the wrong direction.
Well, not on the screen. Oh, on your screen it is. Yeah. Okay, so
see, there you go.
There. Okay.
There you go.
Below me is JJ Jackson.
Hi.
Out in the middle of no goddamn where. Is it raining and shit?
Have you ever seen that meme of the Wicked Witch from The Wizard of Oz, and she's melting? You've seen it?
I've seen the movie.
Okay, well, you know, when she melts down like that, I think that is appropriate to speak about with our weather here. I'm melting. I'm melting. So when it gets cold here and I start complaining, remind me.
Right?
I might remind you about the heat right now.
Mm-hmm. But I can't imagine you guys. I can't. It's been 100 yesterday, today, and tomorrow with like 52% humidity.
Oh.
So it's like a blanket when you walk outside. It's just like, boom, just like the cold. Like, you know, there's hardly ever any in between in Nebraska. It's either one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Daily.
Yep.
Yes, you're right. Daily.
Well, I'll tell you what, the humidity here got up to 30. The temperature got up to 115. So, yeah, it's that shit that like your car gets tired. You get tired going out. Like your car don't even start right.
Nope.
It's like, no, fuck, dude, we going somewhere?
you kidding, right?
For real. Okay, and down into the, am I the right way on the other? Into
Oh no!
I don't know why it's different on everybody.
I just do it this way because you mirror it.
Yeah, what ass.
Anyway, below me is
LoLo.
Yay! Yeah, we're kind of melting here. We got a different kind of. It's really not as bad because we don't have the high temps. But we're going to be in the 90s in the next few days with our usual humidity. So it's going to feel worse. I don't know. And then all of a sudden on Sunday, it's going to go like nosedive and all the heat's going to break and we're going to have like normal again. So we just got to fight it out for the next 2 days.
Well, you're lucky with that. We only have like a month and a half. You know, gotta love Arizona.
Yeah, well, it's ridiculous.
I don't know. Never been there.
Oh, there's your fan, John Paul's on here.
John Paul, he says,
"Hey,
LoLo." Can you see your screen?
I see it.
It's hard for you to read it, though, huh?
What's that?
It's hard for you to read it, huh?
It's microscopic.
Yes.
All right. Well, when you want to read it, just turn it to the side.
Oh, no, it doesn't work with my camera. My camera goes like that when I turn it on the side. It never works on my Zoom. It doesn't work on my WhatsApp. It doesn't work.
You don't have that unlocked, dude?
No, I can do it. It just, I have to hold it at such a way. I can't explain it. It just, the camera goes over the side and I'm like.
Yeah.
It's new technology and you're old.
That's my problem. I ain't even gonna lie. That's my problem.
Me too. I mean, there's a lot of shit that I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and I just sound like my grandpa. Like, what the shit is that?
Yes. And today, had to call Tyra before the show and was like, okay, let me get my angles right. You know, she helps me out with, you know, what you could see on the camera and stuff. And I'm like, I can't do it. And then I had it in the perfect spot, walked past, and my ass knocked over my camera. So here I am with you guys face to face when it should be kind of up here looking down to make me look a little bit thinner. But we all know I'm not thin. So yeah.
She'd call it catching something that she went by. Her big ass would just like start wiping the table off. That's on it.
Well, somebody's got to clean it up, damn it.
I guess so. So what y'all been up to this past week? I've been podcasting like a some bitch.
Yeah, I saw you last night.
Yeah?
Yeah, last night. I jumped in for a little while, but I didn't subscribe to that show. I don't know why.
Well, once you're subscribed, you're a member.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I thought, but the button was still down there at the bottom.
We'll have to talk after the show because once you subscribe,
See what I'm talking about?
You should be in all members only stuff.
See what I'm talking about? The old people with the technology. This is my life, man.
You've been talking to Kenny online or on DMs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just talk to him about it.
Okay.
Yeah. So what else y'all been up to, Lou?
Work.
Man.
Training people. Training people.
Nice.
How many clients you up to?
Oh boy. If I stopped to count, I don't know, maybe about 10. And well, you know, also how often they train a week, and I'm running to their houses, I'm running to the park, which isn't happening in the next few days. Everybody's made it clear that we're not probably going to train again until Sunday. Well, no, I have clients who are inside in the AC. It's good, but Sunday I'm not going to train outside in the next few days. Get the hell out of here.
Right. Yep.
What part of the country was the one? There was somebody that just said she was probably the one person in the country that's not in the 80s and 90s or 90s and 100s.
So Tina, I used to work with Tina. So she lived here, but she moved back home. She lives in New York, Buffalo.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
the winter times are really adventurous.
Yep.
They're really pretty though.
Yeah.
I mean, to, you know, look out over all that water and it to be icy, but I don't think it's worth it, but it is pretty.
I mean, I lived up in like that between Rochester and Buffalo for like a few years when I was in high school. And it's, I didn't love it. I loved the people. I had good friends, but the actual place.
On my bucket list is to go to Christmas in New York. Just because you know how it just seems so cozy. Right. It seems like that great big city just turns into a little bitty cozy Christmas village.
Some of the air, you got to know where to go. Yeah.
Yes. I would of course ask you.
Oh, come on, we're going
for those places to go, but that is on my bucket list. I'm like, it just always looks so pretty there.
You make me so happy saying that. Yes.
Angel, the heat.
There's so much to see.
What'd she say? Heat here.
Here in Nebraska, audacious as fuck. Love the heat though. Angel, I've known her since 7th grade, so that would be how many years?
A lot.
That's a lot. Don't make me think.
33. God damn. 33 years.
Wow.
Sorry, Angel. I didn't make you.
Age, both of you.
Yeah, damn.
You guys, I will be 50 next month.
Yes, you will too.
Yeah.
I still cannot grasp that. I'm just like, really? 50? I remember thinking when I was younger, thinking 50 was so damn old. Yeah. And now I'm like, I'm still young. I'm still here. I have to do dialysis to stay alive. I live off a machine, but I am still here. And I'm almost 50. All parted out and all that.
So this would be the second annual none of your damn business how old I am JJ celebration.
Except I just told everybody.
Yeah. Like, my
I'm proud of these 50 years.
Yeah, be proud of it.
Yeah, so we'll have JJ trivia and all that kind of shit. What is it? It's the 13th?
Fifth.
Yeah. Damn, I was all fucked up.
Well, that's when she used 8-5 on her Instagram.
Oh, duh.
Yeah.
So for some reason, I think something happened in 1985. Was it
I was alive, but I think I was still just like trying to shove shit up my little sister's nose at that point.
Well,
85,
one
I
day-
was graduating high school.
high school.
I was graduating high school.
Damn, I was in the first grade.
There's a few years between us.
Yeah, still big.
I graduated in 91. So
Yeah, that was still when everybody had them high flat tops and the Gumbies and shit.
yeah, I was like a pedophile with your ex roommate. I mean, he was of age though, but sometimes I think about that and I'm like, oh my
Like,
God,
she was so much
he
older
was
than him.
young.
Oh my God, JJ, you just killed me with that one. Straight up pedophile, yo.
19, right? 19 or 20?
20. Not old enough to, yeah, I was with him for
we had
his
to gank
20th.
that champagne after I got that job. We had to gank it out of your refrigerator because we couldn't go get none.
And I was working at the liquor store and, or the mini mart thing. Yeah. So, but I look at that now and I'm like, oh my gosh.
That was 8 years ago.
Yeah. Oh. If I made a lasting impression on you, you know who you are. I am sorry, or you're welcome.
You know what? Out of pure just happenstance, me and Adriana were, going through security at Omaha Airport. And so, you got to wait for your tray and all that shit to come out and put all your clothes back on. So I just, out of the corner of my eye, I see somebody just approaching me a little too fast. I turn around and with his arms out, it's Scott and his whole family. Yeah,
Aww.
We haven't seen them for,
4 years at least.
Yeah, it's been 4 years.
Wow.
Yep. But
They
yeah,
have
so
a
happy.
set of twins and then
And an older boy.
okay, no more after the twins.
No.
Hell no.
Okay.
I think he's done. He just has that tired look. Like, that's the one that's not that one.
Yeah. Which one is Sawyer and which one is what? Well, whatever.
Not
I don't
that
know.
one.
Not that one.
He reminds me of Frank Jr. on Friends when he's just so tired with the triplets.
Yes. That's perfect.
Mhm. But yeah, they were.
Watch Friends. I have no idea what the hell you're talking about, but that's
Oh my gosh. Who are you people that have never watched Friends?
I'll
did you
watch the
live?
whole series. I'm just done with it. Like if it's on, I'll if it's like the only thing on that can make me laugh even a little bit, then I'll watch it. But I'm not setting out to watch the shit.
I gotcha.
Well, I'll tell you a story about my friends. Me and my best friend, Amy, we both had kids at about the same time.
Our dog lapping up in the background.
I can hear it.
She doesn't give a shit.
She don't care.
We both had kids around the same time, and so we couldn't get together like we used to. So every Thursday night we'd get together and watch Will and Grace and then Friends, not together in the same house, but on the phone at our respective homes, taking care of our children. And so Friends just kind of has that warm, touchy feely thing for me, for Amy. And I mean, we did it. We barely missed a Thursday. I mean, we did, and
oh yeah, it was Thursdays, wasn't it?
Yeah. And so it just, it just does something for me. And then I watch it so much that my children have learned it just because it's always my default, if nothing else is on TV, we got to go to Friends,
Oh, I love Will and Grace. That show was friggin' hilarious.
I do too. I love that too.
I couldn't get into the remake, though.
Yeah, they shouldn't have done that. They should have left it the way it ended.
Left it alone. Yeah.
Yep.
Should have
That
left it
show is
alone.
brilliant, though.
Let me go through
Yeah,
some of the
it is still
comments.
funny as hell.
So John Paul had commented, "We have our town's Christmas and July festival Friday night." That's pretty cool.
Oh,
That's cool.
And then
that's fun.
her birthday is this Saturday,
Oh,
so happy
isn't it?
early birthday!
Okay, well, then, hey,
Happy birthday.
Happy early birthday.
email me, or not email, text me and let me know what's going down in the streets.
And John Paul's
Fellow
12th
lion.
birthday. And Paul
Hey,
RJ
Paul
says,
RJ.
"Hey guys,
Oh, I gotta
Hey.
say,
He's our
today
friend
is
from
one of
Australia.
my besties' birthday.
Shout
My
him out.
friend Kristen. Happy birthday, Kristen.
Happy birthday, Christian.
Today.
Hey, yo, Kristen, happy birthday.
Okay, as you were.
Paul RJ never liked Friends. He's too sugary."
Oh,
That's a
I'm
real
so.
good way to describe
yeah.
it.
You just crushed my heart.
Not the exact words, but that's pretty much how
That's a
Coltrane
good
feels
way
What
about
did
to-
he say? It was too what?
Too
Sugary.
sugary.
Like, yeah, too sugary.
Mm,
Yep.
Yeah, that's probably why it was kind of a girl show.
Yeah,
You know,
Saccharine.
I think it was just,
saccharin instead of sugar.
I think it is the girls that. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I would agree with that.
Yeah,
But I know a lot of men that don't like it, and
yeah,
so that doesn't surprise me.
yep.
Well, I'll tell you the reason I like it is because every episode, at least there's only one, but at least one of those ladies has their nipples poking out. And you ever notice
This
that,
is true.
if you really
Yes.
look at it,
Always.
it's always one of them, and they rotate,
Mhm.
but somebody's nipples are always poking out.
It is all. You
Again, I
have
wouldn't
to look
know.
for it close. It's usually Rachel. Rachel
Yeah.
always her nips are always on display. I don't know why, but they are.
Well,
Mhm.
because she doesn't wear padding, if she even wears a bra.
Well, yeah, I remember hearing that she's like Matthew McConaughey.
Pretty natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I also heard that she's like obsessed with like waxing. Like if there's even like a little peach fuzz, she like these are from like people who know her or friends or whatever. But there's even a
Really?
slight peach fuzz. She has to get it waxed, and yeah,
Eesh.
yeah. That's
Fuck, I'd spend my whole life getting people pulling wax off of me if that was the case. Fuck that.
You got the urban jungle down there.
Man, God made me the way he made me.
That's a yes.
No, it's not. That's a no.
Paul said there's sidewalk vendors, live music, kids' activities, foods, beer, and wine. That sounds like so much fun.
Where
I
does
would
he
love
say he
to-
lives?
Yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah, I
what
was
state
just
are you
gonna
in,
ask.
John Paul? Well, we just wait.
We
Anyway, we can
type it out. So go ahead.
So continue.
There is oh, I wanted to talk to you guys about that story that I sent to you in the email today. I have so many questions. Okay, so the story is a 26-year-old man was arrested in Lincoln, Nebraska, for fraudulently enrolling in and attending 2 separate high schools and carrying on with teenage girls.
Oh, God.
I read that article you sent. I read that link.
The male never been kissed guy.
What in the I looked at that and I was like, this is fake. That's fake. Where'd that come up from? That can't be real. Who the fuck wants to go back to high school? First off. Second off, what? Like who?
Pedophiles. That's who.
Pedophile. Yes. And then it dawned on me, a pedophile. That's why I said what I said about the roommate, because the age difference, and stuff like that. I'm like, he was literally hunting these girls down in school.
That is
I mean,
oh, that's what.
yes, they were willing participants, but they thought he was their age.
Yeah.
They didn't,
They didn't know he was no 26 years old.
That's just so fucked up.
Well, he's only 26. He wouldn't have grades, but
And
still,
my question,
eesh.
one of my many questions is, who the hell in LPS dropped the ball on that?
Right.
it was so hard for me to enroll Aria in LPS when we moved from Norris because, I'm not her birth mother. So, and they needed all kinds of documents of who I was and what I was
My
doing.
God.
How in the world does one, I just don't understand. And they said he had all the documents and he had falsified them and, they were all,
They got good
he
at that
looked at
shit.
all
I
of
mean,
them.
they
Yeah.
falsify money, so why wouldn't they be good at that?
But why? But yes,
Just answer
pedophile.
the
I
question
keep,
by the time.
I know, but that just seems so.
If I'm a
That
deer
is,
hunter, I'm going to hang out in the forest.
yeah, yeah. That is. Oh,
I didn't realize it was a pedophilia thing. I thought it was just a dude like
Wanting to get
just
more education or
wanting to
something.
go back to high school and be the coolest one there.
Mm.
Or
that's what
whatever.
I thought at first, and then I was like, man, there's no reason for that. He's a grown ass man. He ain't hanging out with no little kids for like I thought, okay, was he playing basketball or football? Did he take the team to state? Is that, I mean, did
That'd be
have
something you
something to
can
do with that?
understand.
Right.
But there was none of that. So I was like,
But I'm
okay,
gonna tell
yeah.
you, as you're getting grossed out right now, how old was he?
26.
Okay.
26?
Some
Yeah,
of the
26.
last couples we knew, aged 54 and 26.
Yeah.
That's me and Gabby.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're out there.
Oh,
Some old
yeah.
men, it's like
No.
the younger you can get, the better it is, which is ew.
Mhm. Yep. So
But
Maryland is, sorry, John Paul is from Maryland, East Shore. How do you say that? Pocomoke?
Pocomoke.
Pocomoke? Duh.
Yeah, throw a pronouncer in there, John Paul. We're all the way from the
Yeah,
southeast or
yeah.
west, excuse me.
I'm out here in Nebraska.
I
We
just
don't.
fuck up
Well, I know,
names.
like back east in like Massachusetts. Oh my God, they spell shit way
Oh, yeah.
fucked up.
Mm.
Like,
But then they say it to you and you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I see that now, but why would you put
No,
this
you
letter
don't
there?
even see it. No, you can't see it after they show you. It just
No.
makes
It's like all of these letters and, vowels and consonants.
it's very British. Like if you
I
look
went to college in the Boston area-ish. Weird. It was a weird state. I didn't love it.
I like the way they talk. I
No,
like
I
the way
could.
they
I wanted to pierce my eardrums out listening to these people talk. It was horrible. Literally.
Well, I tell you what I won't watch. Or I don't want to hear it from those housewives. I don't watch any of those reality shows.
Oh,
None of them, but I know a lot of them do have women with these super, super accentuated accents. And it's funny, I guess, to some people, but I just don't like it. I'd rather watch a sitcom. I don't
watch
I'd rather
anything that's reality. Oh,
Yeah.
let's knock your computer over. Yeah, anything reality, because it's not, first of all, they have scripts. And
those
one
things,
time,
yeah.
well, like, and for example, remember when it was Paris and Nicole Richie?
Mhm.
Oh my
They
God.
stole a cop car that happened to have 3 different angles, including inside the cop car.
Yeah, no.
Uh-huh.
Like, yeah, you really stole that, huh?
Yeah.
Just stupid.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Oh, just like Pokemon. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's near Ocean. Okay, I know where Ocean City is.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I know that.
The crab season. That
Mm.
crab cakes and soft shell crab.
Ooh.
Yum.
Mhm.
Now, see, I'm not a fish person, but some crab cakes.
Ain't fish.
I can fuck some crab cakes.
I love crab. Mm.
You don't do the stereotypical black fried catfish thing.
Oh no, no.
I don't either. That shit is nasty.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. There are some catfish nuggets in my freezer right now because my mom is here and
Oh.
she will make them one day. But
Country
if I'm gonna, sadly, if I'm gonna eat fish, it's gonna be cod and it's gonna be beer battered.
You know what? Being Greek and having spent time in Greece and having that fresh fish there,
You probably appreciate
hard to
fish a
eat.
lot more.
Oh,
but I can't eat anything else. Kind of pales. in
Yeah,
comparison.
I bet.
Yep.
Yeah, I've had it pulled right out of the ocean and put on your plate kind of fish, which is
See, and I might feel differently about it if that ever happened. But again, I'm right in the middle of the freaking United States.
I mean, right in the middle.
Yep.
Because there's landlocked, double landlocked, and then Nebraska is like
Nebraska.
the only one that's triple landlocked.
Mm-hmm.
Like I literally think it's the only one because even Iowa is just double because of the what is it, the Great Lakes or whatever.
Yep,
And
you are correct.
Yep,
Yes.
just right in the middle of goddamn nowhere.
Mhm.
And I
There's
forgot
some of us out here.
some.
Meanwhile, Manhattan is an island. Like I'm literally in water.
That's true.
And
That's
y'all
true.
sinking.
Ooh.
The what?
I said, and y'all sinking.
Oh
Did you see
yeah.
those new reports? Yeah.
Oh, I'm fucking kidding me.
What?
Of course. Yeah, we're sinking under our own weight.
Oh
Yeah, it's
no.
not like it's like 5 feet a year or nothing like that.
No, I know, but still,
No, really.
I mean, that's yikes.
Oh, so you must get like a.
I'll be dead
lobster,
and gone
huh,
by
John
the
Paul?
time it matters, I guess. Maybe. What was that?
Yes, one of my best friends is a waterman. Lucky me.
John Paul.
Yeah, shit. That just sounds good, man. I'll start walking right now, and y'all just pick me up and drive me to Maryland.
Yeah, John Paul.
Yeah.
He's a fish and seafood
Hey,
snob.
Fresh
like,
off the boat. Yeah.
he gets it fresh
Yeah.
off.
I bet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and y'all know, I know you know this, Lo, but y'all know if it smells like fish, it ain't fresh, right?
Exactly.
Oh,
It ain't supposed to
No,
smell like fish.
Nope.
not
If you
supposed to
walk into a grocery store and you can smell that stink,
Hmm.
you don't want to buy it there.
Yeah. Yeah. Fish does not smell like fish.
No.
That fishy smell
And
is
the
just
eyeball,
unfresh.
the eyeball has to be
Cloudy.
crystal clear.
Yeah,
No,
they
because
can't be
cloudy
cloudy.
is bad. Cloudy,
Mhm.
bad.
Cloudy, they had a
Okay.
heart attack and died of diabetes or something like that.
I don't, but
No,
if
it
it
means it's
has
going
an
bad.
eye, that's going to make it very difficult to eat if it comes with the eye.
Well, you cut it off
Yeah.
before you eat
I
it.
know.
I mean, if
If
you're
you buy
buying
it,
a
it's
whole fish,
People leave it on there so you can see how fresh it is, and then they chop it off.
Oh,
if you,
okay.
or
Okay.
you can ask
and they
them.
chop it off. Yeah.
A
Yes.
lot of people like fish heads. People eat fish heads. My
Yeah.
mom was a fish head eater, and I'm like,
I know a lot of Asian countries like fish head soup.
Yeah.
Soup
yeah.
and
they use
stuff,
it
yeah.
for Seasoning. Yep.
Hmm.
my mom
I
and
just
my
can't have my
bestie,
shit
they love
looking at
fish
me.
head.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like how do you eat a fish head? Just
No,
what?
Isn't
I
it
don't
just the
know.
seasoning?
I think it.
You don't actually
Like the
eat the
flavor?
fish head,
Yeah,
right?
I think it's almost like throwing a ham hock bone
Yeah.
in there.
they eat the fish head.
Do they
They-
really?
Fish
Oh
head.
wow.
Oh,
Huh.
that's
Eat the
interesting.
fish head.
Is it like gristly or do you know?
I don't
what the
know. All I
texture is or
know it's
anything?
delicious.
Oh.
Delicious. And I'm like,
Okay. I believe you, kind of, not really at all.
Yeah, that's all.
shrimp heads too. Shrimp heads. Eat.
Oh.
And I'm
the
like, oh,
heads.
Mm-mm.
Now, you know what is good, and I thought it'd be gross because sometimes I go to the Asian superstore. It's called Lily's, but they're puffed chips, but they're shrimp chips,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, ugh, and then you taste it, it's like, man, where you been all this time? Like it's not. Yeah, it's shrimpy, but it's not gross shrimpy. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't make you gag. It's like a seasoning almost. Like
Mhm.
if you ever, I'll have to
Right.
send you some. I'll get some and send you some.
Those sound
If you like
odd.
shrimp. If you like the flavor of shrimp. If you don't, then you won't like it.
Yeah, do you like shrimp?
I
I
love
do,
shrimp.
yes.
Okay,
Oh,
well
I
then
like shrimp.
you'd like it. It's very, very puffy, like those 3D chips.
Oh, I
Okay.
know what you're talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah, any Asian store you could find.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I ain't crazy about them.
I like the
I'm gonna
dry
have to
seaweed
try them.
too. The
Yeah,
seasoned
give it a
seaweed.
try. I would say it's an individual tasting. You could still like shrimp and not like them or whatever, but
Right. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're
I'll
not my
stand
favorite
them.
thing.
Yeah, I'll buy a few bags because
And then get mad.
they
'cause
run
you
out
go through-
quick.
Yeah, because you go through them so fast.
I mean, to me, it's almost like, and it's not even as thick as this, but to me, it's no different than like pork rinds that have a seasoning on them.
It's
okay.
yeah, and that's probably why I don't like them, because they are reminiscent of that feeling that.
Mm.
I think it's a texture thing too.
Mm,
Yeah, probably.
I get
Yeah,
that.
I get hooked to those every once in a while, and then I won't eat them for a long time, and then I'll see a bag and be like, "Hey, I forgot about those." But they're not something you can eat all the time. They're
No, well, my
horrible,
daughter
actually.
had,
But
yeah, exactly. My
Oh
daughter got
no!
some. Like, I haven't had pork rinds for years because I know, they're not good for you.
It's just a bunch
So,
of fried skin.
Yeah,
off
so
the ass.
I take one, put it in my mouth, start eating it. I'm like, holy shit, it's the hot shit.
oh,
My daughter
Like,
likes all that fire shit.
Why didn't
I
I
like
look
the
at the
fire
bag
stuff
before I
too.
put it in my mouth?
You know who else in this house loves fiery shit? The
your
cat.
dog.
No,
No, the cat.
the cat.
If you break out some flaming Cheetos, he is right up on it.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
you think, aha, this will teach your ass a lesson. And then he'll put his head all in your bag. Like, where's the rest of that shit, man?
That's
I've
so
never known
funny.
animals like spicy shit.
Huh.
Yeah,
Well,
and it's weird because I will open up a bag of just regular Cheetos, and of course he thinks that it's the flaming hot ones, and so I'll stick it out, under his nose, and he'll lick it, and he's like,
Hey, what's this bullshit?
"Yeah, where's the
like,
flavor?"
yeah, where's the flavor at, Mom? What's up? You're eating the wrong ones.
Yep. Ugh.
Well, Cheetos are not something that I thought.
Well,
No
we
shit,
also have high
healthiness.
school
I'm
kids.
sorry.
Right?
Are we really talking about eating a Cheeto?
You don't know anything about
You
Cheetos,
guys are
huh, Mom?
brave. No, you guys are brave. That's just bravery in my book. Salute.
Why? To eat them, you mean?
It's like,
Well,
shit.
she doesn't eat any unhealthy
Processed
food.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
got
right.
family members that made it to 80 something eating all that bullshit. So
Yeah.
I ain't worried all that much.
Hey, you met my dad.
Yeah,
You met my
103,
pops.
wasn't
I
103.
don't
Yep.
want to eat it. Like,
he? He
I
was
look at
always
it
at
like,
the barbecues and shit.
Yes. I don't, and he didn't believe in refrigerating shit. He's like, just put it in the oven overnight. I'm like, you can't do
You
that.
can't do that.
You have to put it in the fridge. And he's like,
Not even in
no,
ice
you
box?
don't. I'll be like, when we come over tomorrow, I'll be like, I wouldn't eat that. I know he didn't put it in the fridge. The kids would go on to eat it and they'd be just fine. And he'd say, I'm this old and I ain't never died from it. I'm like, it only takes once, dude. Just
Mhm.
that's all. It just takes once.
But I guess you hit 100 and something, you don't give a shit no more.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Real
true.
quick, if you're watching live, we are currently simulcasting on Coltrane's Facebook and Twitter, and of course the YouTube page where most of you probably are, youtube.com/@JadedZen. Again, we never asked for the slash or at, so I think we have to hit 100 before we can, take care of that. For YouTube, click the subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner of your screen, and boom, you are in there.
You
And
guys,
also-
come on. You need to subscribe. I know you're watching.
I know. for
Yep.
real.
Always on YouTube. I know it.
Yeah,
We see
ain't
things.
charging y'all.
That,
We ain't gonna charge you nothing. Every
Come
so
on,
often
we
might have
just-
a fundraiser.
yeah, we just
But-
need those views.
If you go to jadedzenentertainment.com, that will take you directly to our YouTube account. So we're making it as easy as possible. You can also find me, or actually the company, on Instagram and Facebook at Jaded Zen Entertainment. Am I hearing feedback somewhere?
Oh.
Okay, anyway. And remember, this Friday is the debut of our newly minted Consider This Mindset show, which used to be Consider This Hit. It's all about mental health. It's pretty much 45, maybe 60 minutes, 9 o'clock Eastern time, only at considerthismental.podbean.com. Considerthismental.podbean.com. So yeah, let's go on with our other shit. I have a bunch of shit to react to
Oh,
this
good.
week. Let me see what I want to do first. Okay, well, number one, with all the books being banned around the country, I'm seriously hearing feedback somewhere.
Try pushing in your headphones, JJ.
Yeah, push them in real good.
Okay.
Are you
Okay,
hearing anything?
not anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
was making a sound. Well, damn. Sorry.
it was like reverberating back like a loop. So anyway, with all the book bans going on around America, especially in the penis of the plains of Florida and Texas, the Brooklyn City Library decided that they are going to offer unlimited digital and audio access to all the downloadable
Nice.
banned books. So everybody break out your
Nice.
Androids. I want you to go
Nice.
ahead and we will put this up again. But
I gotta do
for
it
all
right now.
those banned books and everything they're trying to take away from you and your children, go ahead and this will be on the replay as well. But yeah, break out your QR code reader. Go ahead and hit that. Takes you down to the Brooklyn Public Library, and you get to read all that stuff to your heart's content.
Nice. That
yeah,
is amazing.
it is. So we got that going. Unfortunately, a little sad news. Sinead O'Connor died today.
Oh, really?
I
I
saw
heard
that.
that.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah, I think she was
She was
56.
beautiful.
She was. You know, that bald-headed thing was kind of meh.
Did she have? Do you know if she had an illness
I
or
don't.
what
They really
happened?
didn't mention.
They really did. Yeah, they didn't say. Just
Yeah.
that she
That's-
was dead.
That's pretty young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm 55. I'm about to turn 56.
Yeah.
Mhm. But I think she did have a lot of issues.
Yeah, I think she did.
I want
wanna
to say she did too, because that's why she dropped out of the limelight for a long time.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I don't know for sure, but
What is this? Okay, that's not even. Okay.
Oh
Confirmed.
man.
Nazi video made by Desantis staffer. A Desantis campaign ad featured a Nazi symbol was not only retweeted by a Desantis staffer, it was created by the staffer.
Oh my.
Nate
Oh, boy.
Hokum, a speechwriter on the Desantis campaign, made the video himself. Hokeman, I said Hokum. Hokeman was previously praised, this is hard to read, has previously praised white nationalist Nick Fuentes. DeSantis fired the staffer, though he also fired more than a third of his campaign staff as his campaign burns cash and sinks into the sinks in the polls. God damn it! That was brutal. I can read for real.
What?
It was just so one of his staffers decided to make a little bit of Nazi propaganda, and didn't work out so very well for him.
well, good. I'm glad.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible.
I wish people would start thinking twice and 3 times again before they say shit out loud anymore. I don't
Mhm.
know what happened, but when that orange dude came into the office and he started saying stuff about
Orange
other
dude.
people, making it okay to just,
Exactly.
tear people down for no reason at all other than skin color and class and what have you. All that just came out in people.
Yeah, John Paul, that's right. I was gonna say I thought she had a kid that committed suicide or something happened. Her 17-year-old son committed suicide over a year ago, and she'd been struggling ever since.
Well, I was just reading up on it, and she had bipolar, and she had admitted that she tried to attempt suicide herself. And then her son passed away last year of suicide. So
rough,
So she,
rough couple of years.
yeah, poor thing.
So why don't you try to look up and see if they have a cause of death?
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
I was gonna
But
say,
they haven't really said
she-
anything other than she had bipolar, and she had talked about suicide attempts in the past, but they haven't really released what has caused her death. Yeah.
Let's see, which one of these do I want to do first? Okay, the satisfaction of like
you really don't want people to get hurt, but when they're an asshole, it's kind of funny when they get hurt.
Yeah.
Let's see. This one is entitled Asshole Falls. Let's take a look.
No, you go. You don't even know me else, you moron.
Goodbye, sir.
Oh!
Somebody help him.
God don't like ugly.
Oh, he done hurt himself. Somebody help him.
You know
Poor
that was just
little
on the camera.
She said, "Oh, somebody help him.
Somebody help him.
He done hurt himself."
That shit
He
is
done
funny
hurt
though when
himself.
you are a complete asshole and
Mhm.
immediately karma takes your ass. And I know he
Mhm.
probably tore both of those ACLs.
Hurt his knees or something.
Oh my
'Cause he
That
god!
couldn't
just-
move.
Yeah, he
That
was
didn't even
stuck.
look human.
That-
That's, but that is funny. That's what happens.
He fell and then he fell again.
Yeah. Fell on his knees
wasn't
and then
done.
he kept falling down. Let me see if there's anything else funny like that before I get to the extra shit. Okay, this isn't funny, but it's just really bizarre. A white girl decided to try to get into a brother's apartment for some reason, and apparently she ain't right. So let's see what this is all about.
My name.
That's fine.
I know I won.
Okay, yeah. You need to get out of my house.
420.27,
Lady,
420,
you need to get out of
27
my
club.
house. I'm not
And
playing
it
with
was
you.
a $400 house cleaning
Lady,
fee.
get out of my fucking house.
Yeah.
Lady.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go.
No. My name.
That's fine. You broke it.
Oh my God.
You're gonna cut yourself.
I beg you, live it. Believe me, Coach. Believe me now. Believe me.
You're
right
gonna
now.
cut yourself.
Please don't. Please believe me. Oh my God.
You're gonna cut yourself.
I'm gonna take this knife. I'm gonna take this.
Okay, go.
I'm gonna take
Okay,
this
you can have it.
Oh my God, you broke it. Oh my God.
Go.
Oh my God.
You can have it. You can have it.
But wait,
It's yours.
it's fake.
No, it's not.
It's
Get
fake.
out of my house. You're gonna broke it.
Oh my. Please don't. Please don't.
Let go of this.
Stop
Let
it.
go of this.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You are so breaking the law. You're breaking the law all over again. Oh my God. No. No.
Yeah.
No. No, because no. My baby.
You weren't thinking about that when you were inside my house.
No. Just let me in. Stop. No. I already.
Have
Wow.
mercy. What the? There's so many questions.
She's
So
obviously
many.
Yeah.
mentally ill.
I mean,
Or
yeah, but
drunk or
clearly, but like,
something.
what was her relationship to him to where
I don't
she
know.
was even trying to get all up in his crib, and then that brother from nowhere came in.
And obviously it was something that she did fairly often if he's recording it, or said, I think he said she always does this or something. What? That is the weirdest.
Yeah, that was and then her eyes were all
Yeah.
crazy, and yeah, and the police had to intervene, and she was
Mhm.
still acting a fool.
Mhm.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
I
guns
thought,
holler, my baby. What?
Yeah,
There's a
I
baby
knew
in your
baby back there crying, but like, where would you need some assistance?
right.
That's sad. That's really sad.
It's pathetic.
That is.
Wow. And now for all of our friends, like I think we all have some friends that are SAG-AFTRA actors, writers, or anything like that.
Just
This
a few.
is from I can't even remember her name, but she was a child star. Remember All That on Nickelodeon? That's where Keenan and Kel got their start.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She was on that, but here's her talking about with they're actually going through because of the strike and because of all the other shit that comes from the strike. Anyway,
You got to understand that not all child stars are rich. Not all of us are balling. The leads of the cast, they get the big money checks. The supporting cast, like myself, we don't get that. That's why we're striking. Okay? I'm asking for a livable wage. I'm asking for health insurance. You have no idea how hard it is. We just came out of COVID, and now we're going into a strike. I used my 401k, my nest egg, my savings to survive COVID. I need y'all to understand.
So that's what people don't think about.
Yeah.
Every time somebody sees somebody on TV, they balling. You know, there's a lot of day players that make like $100 a day.
Right.
You know, and then even like people used to think that about wrestlers all the time. Like they're picking up $25, but even though they've been on TV, you know, it was a local TV deal, but you ain't getting none of that TV money. You know, you get $25 for a match, and you know, so everybody thinks that you balling because you're on TV and you ain't got shit. So that's why people need to quit making assumptions about anybody. If there's a strike, there's a reason.
Right.
You know, and it's always the motherfuckers that outside of whatever industry that's like, you should just do your job. You know, fuck you. You know, as soon as you don't get the bonus check that you thought you was going to get, you raise fucking hell.
Exactly.
So, yeah, a lot of these people, you know, there's grips, there's cameramen, there's, you know, all catering. All these people rely on the production, which relies on the actors, which relies on the writing, which are the ones getting fucked over. And you can't tell me that when your CEO makes 7 figures that, you know, they're asking for too much money. There's no money left. How about we siphon it off the top?
Right.
Because who the fuck needs 7 figures anyway? Especially a year. You know, it's just ridiculous.
Especially
And if
when-
shit rolls downhill, money should too.
Yep.
Why doesn't it work like that?
Yep.
Well, that's what I'll tell Shell. Like at her job, you know, she has to do all this legwork for salespeople who are waiting for the sale to go through. They get their bonus. She don't get a cent.
Yep.
But they still, you know, harping and like, we gotta have this done. Like her life depends on it.
Yep.
You know, and it was that way for me when I worked in Lincoln too. There was a company that like at the end of a quarter, you had until 5:30 Central Time to get every order in for it to count in that what do they call that fiscal year. And so I would just have them, it'd be a difficult order too. They're over every fucking 5 minutes. Oh, you got that done, you got that done. So I would get nasty, like, if you want it goddamn done, leave me alone. You know,
Right.
but it was because it was a big sale for them. I ain't see a dime of that shit.
Yep.
So I should have just let it like, it's like, you know, they could at least be like, you know, you helped out, here's a gift card or some shit like that. But such as the life we live in the corporate world,
Yeah.
you know,
I don't miss that.
no, not at all. I don't either. Let's see, we already did that one. Did this
I
one.
miss the money. But
There's gonna be we're gonna have 2 Bobert ones, so I'm saving those for like near last. Puppy, go away, niece. You're gonna ruin the whole show. Flip our table over and stuff. Recently, Neil deGrasse Tyson was asked on his opinions about what Republicans are doing nowadays, and here's his answer.
Trope law against liberals by conservatives. Well, wait a minute. What would be a measure of family value? How about staying married? How about that? Do you know the state with the lowest divorce rate in the country? It's Massachusetts. By far the lowest divorce rate. Do you know the highest divorce rate? It's in the book. Something like 8 out of the 10 highest divorce rate states voted red in the last elections. How about teenage pregnancies? Out of wedlock pregnancy.
Are you aware that
That's a common trope law against liberals by conservatives. Well, wait a minute. What would be a measure of family value? How about staying married? How about that? Do you know the state with the lowest divorce rate in the country? It's Massachusetts. by
I fucked
far
that
the
one
lowest
up.
divorce rate. Do you know the highest divorce rate? It's in the book. Something like 8 out of the 10 highest divorce rate states voted red in the last elections. How about teenage pregnancies? Out of wedlock pregnancy and teenage pregnancies, red states lead the pack in those numbers. The only presidents of the United States to have ever been divorced have been Republican presidents. And that's, of course, Trump,
Reagan,
and Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
So who are you to say and claim the high road of family values here? That's
Boom.
Fantastic.
Mhm.
I love him.
So do I.
Because he just drops actual knowledge.
Yeah.
You know, it's not opinion based. You know,
Nope.
it's like this plus this equals this. And if you can't see that, you're probably a little
Throws
stupid.
out the facts.
Mhm. Let's see. Okay. This one is funny because I'm an asshole, but you'll see why.
Going on today. Moments ago, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell had to be escorted away from the cameras after freezing in the middle of his opening remarks in his weekly leadership press conference. I want to watch that moment, and then we'll talk.
It's been good bipartisan cooperation and a string of
Are you good? Mitch?
Okay, Mitch. Anything else you want to say, or should we just go back to your press? Do you want to say anything else to the press? Go back.
All right, I want to bring in NBC's.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw that.
We talking about, you know, Biden and all them being too old.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that little turkey neck mother. I knew something was going to happen eventually.
Yeah.
But did he have a stroke? I mean, they're claiming it was something
saying
medical.
that, but
Yeah,
But-
it's that. I mean, it's really sad to see that happened, but it's also hard to take sympathy when you know the type of person he is. You know,
Right?
Yeah, that's why I said I'm an
whatever.
asshole.
I'm kind of
and
like,
that's-
I'm kind of an with Coltrane here.
Mhm. Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
well.
I feel bad for anybody that's vulnerable that something like that happens. But again,
Depends on the
consider the
person.
source. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Comments.
We all got to get old sometime.
know, but
They just
how
need to get all of those people out of the White House.
Mhm.
I
There
don't
should be an
understand why
age
we
limit.
can't
That's
be.
exactly what I was just going to say.
We should lead the United States, guys. We should collectively run for president.
Yep.
Well, and you know, the thing is, like, there should be an age limit. And then after that, not saying you can't be in politics, but maybe you're like the
What
what
is
I'm
it
trying
at?
to say, the tutor or whatever, like the person that the
Advisor.
consigliere. Yeah, advisor. That's the word I'm looking for. I can
Or
remember
like
consigliere,
the
but remember advisor.
yeah, like the lawyers who retire. They're still listed on there,
Mhm.
and like at Leadham or I don't know what
Or
it
even
is, but
doctors
yeah,
that
I know exactly what you
Yeah,
mean.
yeah.
yeah.
Judges become arbitrators, like all that kind of shit. But
Right.
yeah, there should be
Mediators.
something like that.
There should be some type of mental capacity test that they have
At
to take,
the least,
regardless of their age. Because there are some people that are older that are still on their game. They're
Yeah.
intelligent and can
Yeah.
speak intelligently, and they're still on top of what's going on in the world. So
Right.
they're not still back 40 years ago.
Right.
But and then there's some people that are in their 30s that just fucking lose their mind that shouldn't be in a powerful position.
right.
Shout out. Thank you for joining us, Tyler.
Thank you.
All right. So yeah, but you know, and it's funny how a lot of people talk about Joe Biden having dementia when it was like actually proven that Ronald Reagan was in the middle
Actually,
of his
yes.
dementia.
We were all kind of like, oh, that makes sense.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that made it like if I wasn't, you know, like old enough to remember a lot of it, but I don't remember people acting like he was losing his shit.
Well,
You
no.
know, they
No.
just
No.
was like, oh well, that's what
Well,
happens.
but you know, part of it
Kind
is
of at
also
the
he was a well-known actor, you know,
Yeah.
so people liked him because of that.
Well, yeah,
So-
Just like Trump, he was an entertainer.
Mhm.
And then
Yep.
people liked that and
Yep.
associated that with, you know, politics. And
Mhm.
he's going to do good by us. By the way, at the bottom there, Lo is available on Instagram at Cologne Lois and Wisdom at Crazy Lo. JJ can be found on Facebook under JJ Jackson and Instagram at J_baby85. Let's see what else we need to put up here. For you YouTubers, click that subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner of your screen, and boom, you are part of our club, and you will be cool, and no one will laugh at you anymore. If you are watching us live, we are currently simulcasting on my Facebook, my Twitter, and of course my YouTube page, which is youtube.com/@JadedZen, or you can go to jadedzenentertainment.com. It'll take you right to our live page. So enough of that. All
Make
right.
sure that you subscribe and also share. That's the important thing too, because we want to spread the word.
Yeah, if we're gonna survive, we need you.
And you, and you.
And you guys, you know we're funny. You know we're funny because you guys keep coming back every week.
Right.
Bring your friends. Come on,
We're
bring
friends, but we're bug nuts.
Now,
You know?
speaking of that, you, it's going to be pretty soon when we do that watch along for Reefer Madness. So all of you out there watching, there will be a Reefer Madness watch along, and it's going to be funny as hell. I was going to say scrumdiddlyumptious, but it's not.
Oh, yeah.
Frightful.
Yeah, it's like when Grill Monsoon, somebody get knocked upside the head. Oh, right side, outside the external occipital protuberance. That'll knock the starch out of you. Let's see. Okay, so let's go on and get to Bobert. I think I'm gonna do one first, so then the other one is like almost comeuppance. So Bobert decided that she didn't want one of the pins for the shooting victims, and let's just see how that went.
Finally recognized her green gun versus. Thank you. Have a nice day.
We hope you take action on gun violence prevention.
Take a picture of that. God.
What a bitch.
What a bitch.
I know. But let's see. Let's watch this one though. This is funny.
Off, they wouldn't let me do my job, so I didn't take the vote. Call it a no-show protest. But I certainly let every one of my colleagues and the country know I was against this garbage of a bill.
They just closed it.
They closed it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oops.
Whoops. Funny how cameras can, you know, tell you what really fucking happened, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be some of the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. Especially when they say it with their whole chest.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just goes down.
And they're just wrong.
Yep. So I'm going to take a break from some of these because, you know, I want to get some of them in later. But before that, you got a couple of darlings, don't you?
Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to do that story first or Darwin's.
Yeah, the Darwins. Then after that, we're going to go to Lo. And after that, we're going to do some other shit. So you be ready, Lo. Ready?
Yep.
All right. We still don't have a theme song. So da 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 dee ba da dee doo ba the Darwins, darlings, da ba da doo. Yeah.
Accidentally called 911. Recorded his murder plan. On May 5th, 2013, Scott Simon inadvertently called 911 and was recorded saying he was going to follow Nicholas Walker to his car and kill him. Just a few minutes after the call came in, someone followed Nicholas Walker to his car and killed him. The call led authorities to Simon, who had been captured on video having an argument with Walker that night at a Waffle House. Afterward, police said Simon's two friends drove up alongside Walker's vehicle, with Michael Dupree driving and Ronald something firing the shots that killed the victim. Simon, Dupree, and the other guy they've all since been convicted of murder. Dumbass.
Why is it always at a Waffle House?
Right?
I was thinking the
Some
same
shit
thing.
going down.
I was thinking the same thing. What's with the waffle?
Yep.
Okay, let's do like two more.
Okay. Investigating a purse snatching, detectives picked up a man who fit the thief's description and drove him back to the scene. He was told to exit the car and face the victim for an ID. The suspect carefully eyed the victim and shouted, "Yeah, that's the woman I robbed."
All right, fool.
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
I go, okay, you want to just get in the car?
No kidding. U.S. driver with car full of cash, pot, took wrong turn. The Mounties say an American man entered the wrong GPS coordinates and accidentally ended up in Canada, which probably wouldn't have been a major issue if his car hadn't been full of cannabis and cash. In a press release, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police said the driver took a wrong turn last month and ended up in the border lineup in the Rainbow Bridge crossing in Niagara Falls. As the driver had no passport, he was referred for a secondary examination. The officers found some 400 pounds of cannabis in the vehicle, along with more than $602,000.
Shit.
What?
Yeah.
How do you accidentally fall into another country?
I was going to say, wouldn't you see the border for the other country and just, see it coming up and be like, hey, I might have took a wrong turn back there somewhere.
Well, he might have been high. Who knows?
That's some people are just so stupid.
Right?
I love it.
That's why we have this whole section.
Yep.
All right, one more.
One second. Okay. Man applied to be hitman for a parody site. Air National Guardsman was arrested after meeting undercover FBI agent. Tennessee's Josiah Garcia was arrested last week after he allegedly offered his services to rentahitman.com, unaware that it was a...
Oh my God.
Wait
a minute.
Rentahitman.com.
Yep.
And somebody thought that was a real thing, like that.
Oh God. Oh.
So evidently he was unaware that it was a parody site whose owner contacts law enforcement when it looks like requests could be real. Authorities say Garcia submitted his details to the site saying he was an expert marksman who had been employed by the Air National Guard since July of 2021. He allegedly told the website administration his nickname was Reaper, and he wanted to get to work as soon as possible. According to a press release from the U.S. Attorney's Office, quote, an FBI undercover agent then began communicating with Garcia, who subsequently agreed to kill an individual for $5,000. Garcia was arrested after he met the undercover agent in a park. And
him wide open, by the way.
And quote, was provided with a target packet of a fictional individual, which included photographs and other information. And he accepted a down payment of $2,500. FBI agents recovered an AR-style rifle after searching Garcia's home.
Wow.
This
wow.
That can't be real. There's no
It's not,
way.
but he thought it was.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way somebody's that damn dumb.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And that's why
That's
they're
great.
Darwin's darlings are really dumb. And something that rhymes with dumb.
That's awesome.
Oh man.
Let's get us back here.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, some people, there are really stupid people, and then there are really desperate people, and then there are really desperate people that are stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I think that about covers it all, right?
Yeah.
So, as a very unsmooth transfer.
Hold on.
Oh,
I was
wait.
going to say, Paul RJ mentioned something.
Oh, yeah. From Queensryche, Jeff Tig also was going to say that. Thank you. I'll have to look it up. Hang on. I'm going to type this in right now because I will forget the.
So what Paul RJ said is, on Kenny's show, I mentioned the singer from the band Queensryche.
Queensryche.
Right?
Queensryche.
F. Tate. I was also going to say to you, Coltrane looks like him.
A little.
Coltrane has been compared to so many different people over the last couple of weeks.
That's the name
Yes.
up there.
Yes.
It was longer because somebody had called me a saint for doing something. So I was Saint Shamar Cesaro Coltrane the First. So that's what that's
a mouthful.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
so
I've heard of them. They have a Grammy for the song "Silent."
Silent Lucidity.
yeah, I recognize the name. I wouldn't have been able to point them out to anybody.
No.
Well, the least smooth transition ever is Lo's gonna do her lowdown, and I'm gonna give you a different color back here. You're gonna get the tie-dye. No,
So pretty.
Let's just give you straight up black.
That's kind of more my mood. I'm not a pastel kind of person.
Solo, and I'm going to announce you. Here we go. Let's see, rock and or roll.
Dun, 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 dun.
And now from New York City, where she claims to be the goddess of, it's the crazy one, Lo Cologne with the lowdown.
Yo. So yes, I am the New York City goddess. I've been asked about that name. And that's kind of part of what, I'm going to talk about tonight. Well, not so much why I'm the goddess, but okay, I'm going to talk about being tough and what it really means. It's not just something you think you are, and how even tough people can crumble. And it's not so much that tough people don't fall, it's how quickly they get back up. And that is something that, it goes with age, old, but it also goes with kind of like when you jump into a pool, freezing cold pool, feet first, and you take that first dive. Well, the first time you actually try to overcome a fear or standing up for yourself or whatever it might be, once you try it, you're going to see it works. I had a client say to me in a session the other day, Lo, you're going to be proud of me. I channeled my inner Lois and I said, what would Lois say? Because somebody threw an insult at her. And yeah, she gave a very LoLo kind of New York attitude. No, she's from Seattle. She's very meek, but yeah. And she said it. She's like, you're right. Once you do it, it's just kind of easy. Well, yeah, it's not being rude. I think a lot of times New Yorkers are thought of as rude or, oh, you think you're so tough. It's not really any of that. It's just kind of like having to move along with the beat of the city. You got to move. You got to be able to move. You don't really have time to sit back and wah, cry about every little obstacle that comes your way. You're not, you're either going to get eaten up alive. And I've seen a lot of people. I've had roommates that can write a book. A lot of them from other states, and I'm like, what did you think was going to happen if you did that here? I guess, they don't really get it. And I know a lot of people from here too. They fall and crumble, and it takes days and days, and it's kind of like, oh, how do you do it? I can't bounce back. It is keeping a positive. Speaking of mindset, positive. The vibe you put out is the vibe you're going to get back. You can't expect to crumble and fall all the time, not bounce back and thrive. You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. You're going to get eaten alive. You're going to get stomped on. But that goes for anywhere. It's just not New York. Anywhere, or anything that happens to you, it might be hard, but you got to move on. I've had friends that will hold on to the death of their parent forever, and I understand it's hard to let go, but like I had to get in, kind of point out to one of my friends that it was really just holding her back and stunting her growth on who she is, because she always reverted back to that being the reason why things didn't get done, not taking care of herself, which another thing I can't help myself is feeling good about yourself helps that. And it's not just, oh, look at me, aren't I thin and pretty, blah, 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 whatever. It's actually feeling good, giving your body what it needs, taking care of yourself. I really want to, I'm going to plug myself a little here. The things I'm going to be showing you, the things I'm going to be offering, my experience with how I did it, I guess you could say, to put it in simple terms. What gave me the strength and the confidence and et cetera, et cetera. I didn't win all my bodybuilding shows, especially in the beginning. I was kind of scrawny and skinny, and I would get a lot of critiques from people. Most people would have given up. And I remember looking at somebody and saying, it's not just about winning. And, you went off on me. I just don't believe that. And people like you get on my nerves. And I'm like, why would I get on your nerves? Why would that get on your nerves? Well, I just don't believe it. I mean, if you're not in it to win it, why are you bothering doing it? And I'm like, well, I mean, obviously I want to win. But I said, how about sense of accomplishment and just overall health and taking care of myself, eating well, just feeling good. And once you feel good inside, you can't help but project that. Do I do that every day? No. Again, I have bad days. I've had really bad days, but you got to bounce back. So I want to close in saying, find it in you to take care of you. I know it's hard to exercise. I know it's hard to get up. Tired. I get all kinds of excuses from people about training or not training or just not taking care of themselves. Oh, busy this, busy that, whatever. Every excuse in the book. You got to find time. You got to find time. Take care of you. And that's why I want to start offering people. It's 10 minutes. It's 15 minutes. It's a half hour. It's whatever you can give in a day. It doesn't have to be balls out tough every single workout you do. But, put some effort in to take care of you, and the positive mindset will follow. I promise. There we are. I can't hear any of you.
Can you hear me?
Now I
Oh,
hear you.
whoops. Yeah, I got to hit the mute button. I was saying how that song sounded like
I see
Freebird.
Shelly smiling.
Mhm.
And I'm like, what am I missing?
No, I was saying how that sounded like Freebird, and then I sang a verse and everything, but you guys will never, ever hear.
Nope. We missed it. Dang it.
Let's go back to our boom. Had to
Paul.
take off 3 days from work as I'm exhausted.
Paul RJ said I've had to take 3 days from work as I'm exhausted. Yes.
What do you do, Paul? Paul.
Yep. Well, and that's actually a good thing that you took that time off, because you need to take that time off.
Mental health.
Mental health, physical health, everything. And it's good that you recognize that.
Speaking of mental health, our audio show Consider This Mindset this Friday, live at 9 p.m. Eastern, only on considerthismental.podbean.com. Join us. Yeah, see, that was pretty fucking smooth transition, wasn't it there?
That was pretty good.
All right. Said I had a couple more things for you guys, but first, let's go ahead and take care of this story. For those of you that remember this crazy bitch, did we do this last week or was it the week before I left?
It was the week before you left.
Okay. So for those of you who don't know, this lovely young lady is Lucy Ledby, who is 32 years of age, and she is a nurse that likes to kill babies because she has a crush on the doctor. So, as the story goes, she had a crush on this guy. Yeah, that's what drove her to kill babies. That fine piece of ass right there. At any rate, she was, I believe, wasn't he transferred to a different department, and to get his attention, she kept like needing help with these babies that were somehow dying.
There were twins, and she killed one. Then he came back to help, and then she got his attention, and then conveniently got the other one sick or killed it eventually.
Yeah, you'll have to go back to the episode 2 ago, before Ladies' Night.
Wow.
For matter of fact, I'll clip these up so that way it all goes together smoothly. But I'll give you a summation here. It says Lucy Ledby, 32. I should put her picture up the whole time so y'all can just look at her and scowl. Lucy Ledby, 32, was standing over the incubator of a newborn girl whose oxygen levels had fallen dangerously low when a colleague walked in and a jury was told. Ravi Jayaram, let's try that again. Ravi Jayaram, a pediatric consultant, had been, quote, uncomfortable that Ledby was alone with a 12-week premature baby because he had, quote, started to notice a coincidence between unexplained deaths, serious collapses, and the presence of Lucy Ledby. The trial at Manchester Crown Court heard. Wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. Let's see, where was I? JRM rushed to help the infant and found that her chest was not moving and her breathing tube had been dislodged, as it was alleged. Ledby was making no effort to help. The baby had not called for let's try that again. Ledby was making no effort to help the baby and had not called for assistance, juries were told. Lord Jason. While an alarm connected to the infant appeared to have been silenced. JRM was, quote, troubled because Ledby was the only person in the room, the court heard. He did not make a contemporaneous note of his suspicions or about the alarm failing to activate. The trial before Judge Sir James Goss was told. They use a lot of weird words up there. She was one of 10 babies that Ledby allegedly murdered or attempted to murder on the neonatal unit of the Countess of Chester Hospital between June 2015 and June 2016. Ledby is accused of murdering 7 babies in the same period. She denies all 22 counts. Nick Johnson, KC prosecuting, told the jury that the 3 months after the death of baby K in April 2006, Ledby had been moved to the day shifts because, quote, Because the consultants were concerned about the correlation between her presence and unexpected deaths and life-threatening episodes on the night shifts. Stands to reason. On the third day of trial, jurors were also told Ledby had sent a sympathy card to the grieving parents of a baby she murdered in her fourth attempt. Johnson told the jury that Ledby's attempts to kill the infant, baby I, were, quote, extreme even by the standards of this overall case. Jurors were told that although baby I was born 10 weeks premature, weighing 970 grams, just over 2 pounds, she was progressing well until she arrived on Ledby's ward in the Liverpool Women's Hospital, where she was born. Johnson said, quote, baby I was born very early and very small, but she survived the first 2 months of her life and was doing well by the time Lucy Ledby got her hands on her. What happened to baby I followed the pattern of what happened to the others before and what was yet to happen to others. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, came vomiting, breathing problems, and critical desaturations. He added, it was persistent, it was calculated, and it was cold-blooded. Ledby is accused of repeatedly pumping baby I with massive amounts of gas over a period of 2 months when she had to be resuscitated by Ledby's colleagues. On one occasion, the University of Chester graduate was seen standing in the doorway of the girl's darkened room, quote, coolly watching a baby who was in crisis, the jury was told. A nurse turned on the light, and I saw baby I at the point of death and unable to breathe. On a separate occasion, the infant's monitor alarm sounded, and the colleague rushed to help and found Ledby standing beside the incubator. Ledby's follow nurse wanted to intervene as baby I was, quote, distressed, before Ledby placated her colleague, saying, quote, they would be able to sort it. It was alleged. The baby, 11 weeks old, then collapsed and died. The baby's mother said that as she bathed her dead daughter, the alleged murderer was smiling and kept going on about how she was present at the girl's first bath and how much, quote, the baby had loved it, the trial heard. During a police interview 4 years later, Ledby was asked about a sympathy card she had sent to the girl's parents. Ledby apparently agreed that it was, quote, not normal for a nurse to send a card and that this was the only time she had done it. But she said, quote, it was not often the nurses got to know a family as well as they had known, quote, baby I's family. Ledby accepted that she had kept an image of that card on her phone, the jury told. Damn, she's bug nuts.
Jeez.
She was also asked about medical records for twin boys who she had allegedly tried to kill at her home. She denied this was, quote, a souvenir and says she must have taken them home by accident. The trial continues. So,
how do you accidentally take a child home?
That makes no sense.
And 2 at that.
Right.
What
Right.
the hell is she even thinking that's going to fly?
I have
What?
so many questions.
And again, here's the piece of ass that it was all over.
You got to read Randy's comment.
He must have had, yeah, exactly.
He must have had a goldenrod.
'Cause I'm telling you what, and why you thought that was gonna like catch his fancy, like, oh, you murder babies, do you? Shall we go out to eat?
That's my kind of gal. Yeah.
Gee, aren't you lovely?
As of
that was
20th of July, 2003, jurors in the trial of nurse Lucy Ledby have retired to consider their verdicts. Miss Ledby is accused of murdering 7 babies and attempted to kill 10 others at Countess Chester Hospital between June. We already said all that. The 33-year-old, originally from Heifer, had denied all charges. Judge James Goss told the jury to approach their deliberations in, quote, a fair, calm, objective, and analytical way. The jury has heard 9 months of evidence, including claims Miss Ledby deliberately injected babies with air. God damn. Force-fed others milk and poisoned some with insulin. Miss Ledby has insisted she did not harm any of the babies and has pointed to issues of poor hygiene and staffing levels in the hospital. She has also accused senior doctors of, quote, mounting a conspiracy against her to mask failings in care. Mr. Justice Goss told the jury of 8 women and 4 men at Manchester Crown Court that they, quote, must be sure of the defendant's guilt or not in all allegations. Well, I'm pretty sure just from reading the shit that I read.
Yeah.
That bitch is crazy.
And she killed them babies.
And it was just like, oh, yeah, I guess I did keep that card. Huh. It is a little strange, huh? Crazy bitch. But yeah, so as soon as we hear the verdict on that, you can damn well bet that we'll have that on here for you all.
Did you say that was 2023? That I thought you said 2003.
I'm sorry, 2023.
Oh, okay.
I said 7/20 of 23.
Okay.
Got me all confused. Yeah, that's a little past crazy. I mean, that's way premeditated. And over a doctor that looked like that.
Right.
I mean, there ain't, even if you've got like the biggest hog around and the prettiest face and all the money in the world, I mean, you gonna kill babies off of that?
Right.
That's crazy.
Super crazy there.
Well, we all know something's wrong with that lady. Obviously.
Yeah. Hopefully they lock her up in a mental institution and
throw the goddamn key away, man.
And sterilize her ass.
Oh yeah.
Remember a few weeks ago we were talking about Deion Sanders' foot's falling off?
Yes.
Okay. See, he announced a decision on 2023 season amid health struggles. He will miss the Pac-12 media days as he undergoes yet another surgery. Let's see, they repeated that. Okay, Sanders, who is in his first year of leading the Colorado program, will undergo surgery on his foot/leg on Thursday. Legendary NFL cornerback has dealt with significant health problems over the last year plus, stemming from his foot injuries during his playing days. He vows he will be ready for the 2023 season. I promise you, when we get to TCU, I'm running out in front of our team. I promise you that. Don't promise that, brother. You might be on a raft.
Right.
But
yeah.
Let's see. Following my doctor's recommendations, and will be going in for another procedure. Unfortunately, this means I will not be in attendance of Pac-12 Media Day, but this will ensure I am back on my feet for the start of the fall camp. Good day and God bless. Yeah. I mean, y'all remember those pictures I had, right?
Yep.
I mean, them foots was falling. Let's see, what is it going to take before we stop acknowledging the mental health issues? Exactly.
Yep.
Randy, she's
I wish I knew what it would take.
Yeah.
Randy's my spirit animal, my kindred soul. We hate the same things.
Yeah. Mental health issues is such a huge thing, and it's so sad that it's not being addressed like it should.
Well, I hear Americans talking all this bullshit about, like, you talk about Canadians and the English having universal health care. Well, you gotta wait forever to do blah, blah, blah. Okay. Every time I've needed a psychiatrist, there was an 8-week wait
Yep.
for mental health.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I could have been suicidal, but I had to wait that long to get some form of either therapy or medication that, and my anxiety was kicked up high. I just got diagnosed with aggressive ADHD. And matter of fact, in some of the categories, I'm in the 99th percentile. So yeah, so I was going through all that shit, all that anxiety, and yeah, they're making me wait 9 weeks here in the good old US of A. But yeah, talk all that shit about, Canada and all these other places. There's places that are not North Dakota that can't get you the same shit that you can get in Chicago. So, totes whatevs. All of you guys with a cell phone with picture and QR capabilities, I'm about to put that QR code up again. So for all the banned books going around in the country, the Brooklyn City Library said, fuck y'all. If you hit this QR code, you will have access to every goddamn one of those books. So I'm going to leave that up there for about 10 seconds. just, the dangerous books such as The Life of Rosa Parks, the Jackie Robinson story. I Have Two Dads, just dangerous shit that can lead our children astray.
Oh, God.
Yep. So I'm gonna give you guys about 5 more seconds. And I will definitely pop that back up before the show ends. So let's get back to a couple of videos. Let's see, which one did I want to do? Because I'm trying to get these all in order of. Okay.
Randy, real
Other
quick.
countries.
We had the best healthcare in other countries.
And that's what I've heard from a lot of people. I had a friend that went to England. This was years ago. Fractured his arm and, went to the hospital, got fixed up, no bill. And they gave him like a taxi token to get home. And and from what I understand, the medication is all the same cost, whether it's cancer or a cold, it's $7.10.
Wow.
Wow.
I live in the wrong country, you guys.
Well, and see, and here's where Republicans
Damn.
say bullshit, because the tax rate is 40% over there. But if you take our tax rate plus what we pay in premiums, plus what we have to pay in the out-of-pocket deduction,
deductibles.
And medications on top of it.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. And over there, they get like a couple of months of paternity and maternity leave. Where you get 100% of your income. When she was on maternity leave, she got 60% of hers.
Yeah.
And when I had my first, I could only take 4 weeks off because we couldn't afford more than that. And my second, I could only take 6 weeks off because we couldn't afford more than that. And I had a C-section with my second.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I had an infection in my C-section area too.
Then I had to put gauze in every day and pull it out. And it's funny, you can be grossed out about a bunch of shit, but if it's your kids or your wife, all of a sudden you're just like, you can do the shit. Yeah. Paul, he has a free medical care in Australia.
Yep.
Which is, how are we the only us? And there's some country that's hardcore third world that we're the only ones that don't have universal health care. See, I went in and paid nothing.
Scary.
Because people can't read it.
It says, absolutely. I went in and paid nothing as they put it under my friend because they didn't know how to bill it. $0 for a last minute appointment, meds, and I was done in an hour.
There's absolutely no way that.
What country was that, Randy?
Yeah, there's absolutely no way that would happen
Oh,
here.
hell.
Hey, we had a psychiatrist when we were in Nebraska that she said that in the UK that not only did we have to wait the 8 weeks to get into her finally, then she was not available for follow-ups for maybe 4 to 6 weeks because she was always booked out. Then we had to sit in the waiting room for about an hour to get to the scheduled appointment.
Oh my God.
And it was fucking insane. And we both went to her, and there was one time where he was in the waiting room and he, of course it was like way past his time, his appointment.
And it was packed.
Yeah. And he went up and he's like, how long is it going to take? And we're like, we don't know. And of course the receptionist or whatever just bitches. And so from the waiting room, he's calling different psychiatrists. He's like, this is bullshit.
Well, before that, I was like, well, why is she so backed up? It was because she took a job at like the prison and was, getting situated to move on. I was like, so were we going to get like, notifications of this shit or what? This dumb bitch had the nerve to say, well, it's hard to write letters to everybody. I said, have you heard of mail merge? I was like, I know Word had been around at that time. Like, you dumb bitch. Like, every one of my other doctors sent a letter saying, look, I'm bouncing. Here's who's taking place. Some kind of mitigate. Private health too as well. Especially so you guys don't get free dental, or do you just get like, are you getting extra on top of what you guys get free?
In Australia.
Yeah. So while we're waiting on that answer, I am going to go to this genius graduate. Have to see multiple doctors here. Being ashamed for not having insurance, being married.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Yep.
I will tell them fuck you very much.
Yep. Doctors are assholes.
They are.
Yeah.
That arrogance about them.
I will attest to that. I've worked for them for all my adult life. I worked for them, and now I have to deal with them. I will attest, they are assholes. They have a God complex. Most of them do, and until you knock them down, they will keep doing that. You just
especially
you have to
if
make
they
sure you advocate for yourself and make them understand. No. I'm getting more than 5 seconds. I came all the way here. You're gonna sit and you're gonna fucking listen. I mean, you can't tell them like that,
right?
But, you know,
yeah.
Well, I mean, you can, but probably not if you want to keep that doctor.
I was going to say, especially if you're a specialist, because like my sister, she has cancer, and it's a very rare cancer. She actually had cancer of the appendix, and it's a very rare cancer. It's like it's
from an organ you don't even need.
Mucus something or other. Mucus is the name. And so she has had masses, and she's had to have them removed, and they've had to remove her ovaries and parts of her intestines and her lymph nodes. And so that was years ago, and then it came back. And so she now has, for a while, she only had one mass. Now she has two, but it's not severe enough for her to go through chemo. They want to do surgery on her. But every time she has surgery, it's a harder recovery. And so they're like, well, it's not high risk enough for us to do chemo, but I'm the only specialist around here. So essentially you have to listen to me, and you have no other options. And she's like, fuck that. But she also doesn't want to go to another state because
she live here.
Yeah, she lives in Lincoln. Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what she's going to do. She has to wait until I think September for her next scan to see if it's progressed or not.
They suck so bad because the doctors in Lincoln have all kind of merged together or, torn apart and went other ways or whatever. And they just, one hand doesn't know what the other hand is doing. And it's just so stupid. And they miss things. People are getting caught in the middle, falling, you know what I mean? Like, and then they're assholes about it. Like when they finally do get a patient in, they're an asshole to him. And then that patient's like, I didn't like him. I don't want to see him again. And the office tells them, well, you can't switch doctors. And they're the only fucking oncologists that they're all still within that office. So now everybody knows that you were salty about that doctor. And I mean, it's just it's horrible. They have the monopoly on the medical scene. And if they want to be assholes about it, they really can be.
Oh, yeah. Well, and the sad thing is with the surgeries that she's had because of all of this, her intestines are literally like in knots. Like they're not how they're supposed to be. And so she had a colonoscopy last year, and she really wishes that she would have held off on it, but it was, the time to have it. But she's like, so I'll get it done instead of holding off. Well, when she had her colonoscopy, they ended up nicking her colon and making a hole in it. And she could have died because of the leakage of the bile. And so she had to, fortunately they were able to fix that, but she was on she had to have a port and essentially an IV of fluids for like 2 or 3 months. So no solid food.
Damn.
Yeah. Until it healed.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be horrible.
That is horrible.
And ain't shit you can do. You can't go somewhere, get a second opinion. I mean, just, and to be honest with you, most of the states that are bigger and have hospitals that do that won't take Nebraska's insurance if they're, and I'm like, that's crap. That's absolute crap. But
right. Yep.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, because the Nebraska insurance probably doesn't pay jack shit.
Right.
Well, hey, have you guys ever wanted to know how to spot an asshole? There's
You have it on a tap out shirt.
There's a guy who was giving a commencement speech. I don't know what university, but it's good as hell. Take a listen.
To spot an idiot, look for the person who is cruel. Let me explain. When we see someone who doesn't look like us, or sound like us, or act like us, or love like us, or live like us, the first thought that crosses almost everyone's brain is rooted in either fear or judgment, or both. That's evolution. We survived as a species by being suspicious of things that we aren't familiar with. In order to be kind, we have to shut down that animal instinct and force our brain to travel a different pathway. Empathy and compassion are evolved states of being. They require the mental capacity to step past our most primal urges. This may be a surprising assessment because somewhere along the way in the last few years, our society has come to believe that weaponized cruelty is part of some well-thought-out master plan. Cruelty is seen by some as an adroit cudgel to gain power. Empathy and kindness are considered weak. Many important people look at the vulnerable only as rungs on a ladder to the top. I'm here to tell you that when someone's path through this world is marked with acts of cruelty, they have failed the first test of an advanced society.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, that's
like that.
That's fucking profound, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
And all you Trumpers out there wouldn't know nothing about it. Like it's just that's foreign to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. I think we pretty much got through all the shit we said we was gonna go through. Any more comments?
There's
Oh yeah, there's Randy.
Yeah. So Randy said that the free one was in UK, and this was her next comment. Our healthcare system has nothing to do with health or caring. I literally put my friend's shoulder back in after 2+ years, multiple doctors, x-rays, MRI, etc.
Oh, damn.
That is nuts.
Wow.
Earth is kindergarten. If you can't manage around each other, you don't get to go on. Boom. I love that one.
Yep.
I like it.
I might steal that and put it on my post. No, that's good.
I do. I like that too. I like that.
Like barf all over the place. Well, everything on my papers we've gone through. We watched almost all of the videos. I'm gonna get that the Brooklyn Library thing up there one more time. So as a warning, everybody, have your phones ready. If you have a QR reader, have that ready. Pictures, whatever. If you just want to take a picture of it and do it later, I'm about to put the QR code up for the Brooklyn City Library that has all of the books that America's trying to ban. So I'm gonna put that up right now. That's right. Let it all sink in. I'm gonna let that go for about 15 more seconds as I provide the elevator music. All right, I'm about to take it down. 3, 2, 1. I hope everybody got that. If they didn't, that's on them because well, they can always rewind it too.
Oh my God, you guys, I have A1, A2, and A3 here. And I have had these children, 3 of them. The Twinkies are 9, Aria's 10. Oh my God, somebody come get them, please. Please, please, please.
I'm good.
Please. You can't kick them outside to play when it's 100 degrees outside.
Yeah, that's true.
And oh my God.
Get hungry hippo.
Yeah.
We've played every damn game.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
can
gonna
hear
show
him now.
you. I entitled this "Chillest Kid Ever." Yeah, me cracking up. Watch this.
No.
No?
No.
Okay, well then why are you here? Do you like Chicago Sky? It looks like you do.
I have no.
You look like you're here with a bunch of friends. Are these all your friends?
No.
No?
No.
Had to start
Okay,
it
well
over.
then why are you here? Do you like Chicago Sky? It looks like you do.
I have never heard of this group. I have never heard of this.
You've never heard of Sky basketball, the women's team?
No.
You know they won the championship, right?
No.
You didn't know that? Well, now you do.
No, I do, but I still don't really know anything else.
All right, do you know who the Sky is playing today?
No.
What are you looking forward to today with this group?
The buffet.
We should get you on the court today, huh?
Okay.
Let me see how you shoot your threes.
I don't shoot threes.
I love that.
Tell
So
me that
honest.
wasn't the chillest kid ever.
Just
That
He
is
wasn't
awesome.
nervous
I
or
have
nothing.
no
He
idea
just
why I'm here.
spoke his truths, man.
no. I don't know who they are. Never heard of those people.
Oh, man. Well, I think this is a good time to tell you all that Off the Rail is a production of Jaded Zen Entertainment, copyright 2023. That's right, we own that shit. So if you want to borrow or steal from me, just give me credit. Our next show will be the next Off the Rail. Wait. Next week is Owe Me Later. So for those of you that don't quite remember what that's all about, just check out Spotify or Amazon and just type just the letter O, Me Later. I'll have that on my Facebook later on. But it's all about sex, relationships, all from the point of view of Generation X. You know, we nasty. And we're the last of the fuck around and find out generation, so we're also the last. Well, we're probably the first of the let's experiment with this shit. so that will be next week.
Watch this.
Oh yeah, so that'll be next week, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, as always. And then Off the Rail will come back the week after. So Owe Me Later is going to be a once a month a deal. Little treat, almost like when Saturday Night Live used to get cut off for Saturday night's main event once every month. You remember that, don't you, Lo?
Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah, all right.
I get so mad.
And this Friday is Consider This, what was it, mentality? Mindset, good lord, because it's mental, it's
Yeah, we couldn't get mindset.
Yeah.
For Podbean.
Yeah, so anyway, so what is that address? 'Cause we had it on the, oh, it's on the names.
Consider this mental.podbean.com for Consider This Mindset this Friday on the 28th.
There you go.
And then on August 2nd, which is next Wednesday, will be Owe Me Later. And then August 9th, which is the following Wednesday, will be Off the Rail again.
There you got it. And look for the Mighty Coltrane every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday on the Kenny Bolin Show. Me and Coltrane, especially every Saturday night, I'm definitely going to be there. It says 9:05 Eastern, but a lot of times he tends to go 9:35 p.m. Eastern. I don't know what's up with those TBS days. I guess it gives you an extra 5 minutes to piss or whatever. So youtube.com/@StarMakerBolin. You'll see me there most Tuesdays and Thursdays and every Saturday. And again, if you want to get in touch with me, you just look up Jason Coltrane on Facebook. Instagram is brother_Coltrane. And the rest of these fools, you already know how to get in touch with them. So what I'm going to do, not going to close just yet. Get that music up. Okay. We're going to close with, to me, the most hilarious video. I'll upload it. I warned you guys last week about it. Anybody remember?
I'm drawing a blank.
The Rapping Senate Granny.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
All right. In 3, 2.
Hey, you to District 12. Listen up right here. There's a new name on the ballot for the Senate this year. My name is Linda Paulson, Republican and awesome. Love God and family and the Constitution. I tried to get another conservative to run. Nobody could do it, so I'm getting it done. I'm pro-religious freedom, pro-life, pro-police, the right to bear arms and the right to free speech. I want less government control and regulation, want to stop and expose all political corruption, where's integrity, morality, accountability. Government programs should lead to self-sufficiency and support traditional family as the fundamental unit of society. But in schools, they're pushing for new beliefs. And just to clarify, as a female adult, I know what a woman is. I love this country. It's a blessing to be free, but freedom comes with responsibility. The Constitution needs to be protected, not changed or disregarded, but resurrected. If you share my values, if you like what I stand for, then give me your vote on the 8th of November. District 12 needs a choice. Let me be your voice. Linda Paulson. Linda Paulson for Senate.
There's a few things that just did not rhyme.
Didn't she say there wasn't anybody that was against her?
Something like
Yeah,
that.
nobody would run, so she ran herself.
Yeah. So would you win anyway, or can you just put in like Donald Duck and then she won't win? I don't know.
You know what? I think not next week, 2 weeks, we need to get the Marjorie Taylor Greene one and that one and play them back to back. Have the audience decide which one is the champion. Because that shit is funny. Oh my God.
I like the rapping granny. She was funny.
That music though.
Yeah, and she's just a little bit on beat, but off beat, at the same time. She was trying.
Yeah, she should have quit.
Bless her heart.
Bless her heart. She tried.
Let's see. Thank you. This was fun. YouTube taught me how to replace a shoulder and do the service on my motorcycle.
Nice.
Yeah, we liked having you, Randy. Just remember, every Wednesday night at 9 Eastern, come join us. And
we're just some crazy fools.
And if you ever want to come on, just let me know and I'll invite you in.
Yep.
So anything we want to talk about is usually, besides the nonsense, it's open topic for the most part.
Yeah.
But it's
We
about
just
that
vibe like
time,
that.
ladies. Closing comments, Jay.
Oh, hey guys, just try to go out and be a blessing sometime this week. And if you can't be a blessing, at least don't block anyone else's.
Hello.
Stay tough, people. Just hang tough and stay tough.
Hang tough. Shelly.
Stay cool, everybody, and try to enjoy life.
Damn it, now I have hanging tough in my head.
Yeah.
Cut me off in the middle of my shit.
I'm sorry.
Everything you want is on the other side of fear. So the harder you work, the luckier you get. So for Shelly, for Lo, for JJ, I am Saint Shamar Cesaro Coltrane Jr. saying good night, everybody.
Peace.